Monday, Monday, Monday.
Hey everyone, happy Monday!
Happy Monday.
Today we're going to talk about the two most common ways to pay off debt. There's the debt snowball, where you pay your loans from smallest to largest amount, and then there's the debt avalanche, where you pay from the highest interest rate down to the lowest interest rate.
So with all of the baby steps and what Dave Ramsey teaches and what we've been following is the debt snowball method. So that means you put all of your debts in order from the smallest total principal down to your biggest loan. So the idea with this is you take whatever your minimum payment was for the first loan once you pay that off, and you apply that to your next loan. So as you keep paying off these different debts, you get that bigger momentum working your way down.
It's like a snowball rolling down the hill. It gets bigger and gains momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing a lot of people asked us while we were doing the debt snowball was, well, wouldn't it make more sense mathematically to pay the highest interest rate first? And first of all, we had $111,000 in debt. Mm-hmm. And when we calculated it out, it was cheaper, but only by a couple $1,000s, which in the grand scheme of things, when you have $111,000 in debt, isn't a big deal. But tell us a little more about the avalanche.
Yeah, so the avalanche, yes, it might make more sense mathematically because you're getting rid of that higher interest rate and paying less interest. The issue with that is that if we were doing math, we wouldn't be in debt in the first place. The problem is the behavior. With that higher interest rate, if that's one of your higher principal loans, you're not seeing the momentum. You're not seeing that dent that you're making with every payment. So you start to kind of fluff in other areas and you're not as intense about paying off those debts. So you end up taking longer and still paying more in interest just because you didn't have that same intensity and purpose.
Yeah, I like what you said, that it's not about math, it's about the behavior. Now, if you can really get that behavior down, you can fudge a little bit with the math, because what we did is we had a couple loans that were really close in principal amounts, but one of them was like double the interest rate. So when we got there on our snowball rolling down the hill, we did skip the lower interest rate one, did the higher interest rate one, and came back. But that wasn't until our behavior had changed and we were set on getting out of debt, and any extra money we had, throwing it at our debt to get out of debt as fast as possible. So all in all, I would say we're pro debt snowball.
Yep.
Because that's going to help you in the long run, because it's really going to change your behavior from just a little bit, and it'll get easier and easier as it goes.
All right. Thanks, everyone.